Abusia mincha na mwakwa basonko so emra ye be media GH so abusia speaker Smana Bagbin waba bonte de se baba betuja afa eye NDC ho a o kyerese NDC eya mayoko anmonyam kese pa ewom NDC eya mayoko bia wudi achi otumi se wudi party achi party a omowo adwenpa edema eye Ghana eye eno ane eye NDC abusia papa ya dinkomo na odi nkomo ina no sa etwabo eye NPP a o kyerese EC ne nanado ne omo eye no ya de anyamenum lokoni enyefe etan akasa na Smana Bagbin ekasa ida no na o expose eye nanado dankwa the current president no expose ne papa enuma bia ne papa ebeyeye ewo eye Ghana mu a to the extent say okodro constitution ebeye the chairman ama ne papa Kwame Nkrumah eka kire eye nanado papa say the constitution na wa do dey ato no in the year 1969 asem na papa kan ya ochese sa 1969 constitution na o ma do dey ato no fraudulent and bogus na papa nyoma oyeye no na Kwame Nkrumah asem a okache na papa no ti na papa na no nebre mu no enya wanwa obuso papa ya di nkomo papa ya kasa o kire se nyoma papa bia esi NDC no so mbe yi na no sa amayoko NPP omoyo mo adwen so mo ba ombese na osache ni se mo kwade mu se enkofo a EC declare edi amom ye NPP for na watumi age edi afire ye NDC for ensem edi ama eye NPP parliamentary candidate wa EC declare mo winners aka omo ba eye parliament no so mo esi ho ono speaker of parliament anya de ankobe fi omo chese on swear omo inipo on kom ho hwe chese enya de ombe kom ombe kan omo de aka eye ka parliamentarians asankofo no na yen on kan omo enka ho abusu papa ya di komo wakasa me pese me kasa bewa ne de kwanse ha ye be media GH so se na de edika wan etwa channel so ne de no go kwanse be so ba jemle na wa hwe video si ba mo de wa subscribe wa like na wa bo ahema enkofo epensem ne bi eti no enya bi ati message so be me yakone yakotie ensem asumala Bagbin na de atudwa ono ananu mu nsem na se wie na se wa de chebia ne de no go kwanse bo baden na ya che ya ade ya da se
solid. That is a solid member of the NDC. I'm just giving you some of this for you to be sure that that is the right place to belong to. That is the party that is the greatest in this country. Never allow anybody to take away that glory from you, that pride, that leadership. And as I keep on telling them, we lead, they follow. And all what they are doing now in politics, we have led the way for them to follow. And so you realize that even though they made Ghanaians to believe that the 1992 Constitution was written by riffraffs, they themselves kept on praising the 1992 Constitution. Because the earlier constitutions were written by their fathers. The 1969 Constitution was chaired by the father of the current president, who was also a member of the Ben's Constitution, which was described by Kwame Nkrumah as what? Bogus and fraudulent. You know, but we have come to put in a constitution that has anchored our democracy for 32 years now. What their parents did lasted 27 months each. Whether it's a 69 or the 79. 27. Ours have lasted 32 years. Who is better? The riffraffs are better. The hairdressers are better. The Makolo women are better. The veranda boys and girls are better. Yes. That's where we belong to. I don't know whoever gave that kind of education to Ghanaians. just because somebody says that I'm a professor, so I'm more intelligent than you. Meanwhile, you read that our great-grandfathers didn't go through that formal education, but they had more wisdom than us. So what kind of education are we undergoing? That is what is holding Ghana from development. The mindset. That is the challenge. And we say we're going to reset Ghana, we have to reset the mindset. We are told to push the ones who climb good trees. That push certainly motivates others. And I believe this presentation will do same and more in and beyond the National Democratic Congress. This great honor you have bestowed on me to appreciate my journey so far will encourage others after me to emulate the goodness of leadership when it matters most. Please, I want to emphasize this point of eschewing fear from your lives. It's a debilitating force. Become a member of parliament. You have to be elected by the voter. And you have to be declared by the Electoral Commission. But you have to be sworn in by the Speaker. Until you are sworn in by the Speaker, you remain MP elect. So I was very clear in my mind that some of those recollation and re-declaration were completely null and void ab initio. They were unknown to the law. And so they were not properly so-called MPs elect and not qualified to be sworn in by me. My clerk is here. We had those discussions. When I told them, they were all surprised. I said, yes, I'm the gatekeeper. The right thing must be done for us to be able to reset Ghana. And so this recognition, I tell you, is going to do more than what I have done. I want to take this opportunity to highly commend all members of Pro Forum for the unwavering belief, commitment, and tireless investment in facilitating the return of the NDC to power. As my communication boss just told you, I was very clear in my mind that if we hadn't given them a resounding thrashing, there would be a serious contest as to who won, and they would not have been prepared to hand over power to any person, as they told us. And I learned this in 2001, when we first went into opposition. And the veteran Honorable Joseph Henry Mensah, J.H. Mensah, told the world that by the time they finish prosecuting and imprisoning the leaders of NDC, there will be no party called NDC. And that was the time I challenged him. I was minority leader. He was then leader of government business. And that was the first punch I gave them. That you learned nothing. You people are only copy clerks. That term you took from Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah when he was made leader of government business in 1952. And now, look at you. 2001, you have taken that term as leader of government business. When in Parliament, we are using the term minority and majority. We are not using the term government and opposition. That is what is used in the United Kingdom. And that's why you have leader of government business. Because it's government, and then you have opposition. And so you have one side sitting on benches. That's why you have the term backbenchers, because they are sitting on benches. Then the other side to the right, another to the left. And that's where you have the term cross-carpeting. Because you have to go to the other side, there's a carpet in between. And so you have to cross that carpet to go to the other side. That's where the word came from, cross-carpeting. And so, even though we are not operating that system, the only thing that they've learned, and you can, my friends, my brothers, they are chimps, you know, we eat dogs together, so. They are my brothers, they are my sisters, and as I told you, that's where we enjoy together. And as one of their councils, they are chim chambers, where, you know, when you are presenting them in court, you go from the district court to the Supreme Court, or else they won't give up. Oh yes, when you are doing a case for an achim, you don't give up. You start from the district court, you have to go to the Supreme Court. So I had a lot of work to do in those days, and I really moved with them. Very good people who took me as just a junior, and I rose up to become a partner in that Achim Chambers before leading our colleagues to establish the Law Trust Company. I was the senior most of that team, the 2 years senior to Lara Jete and the Chichu Opoku. So we established that firm. It's still operating nicely there. And so I knew them very, very well, and I managed to destroy J.H. Mensah. So he was immediately reshuffled. Because I used those terms, and he couldn't operate again. And they had to bring in Papa, Owusu, and Kuma. And we had some debates. It didn't also last. And they brought in Felix Owusu Ajapon, who was called the great leader. He couldn't also last, and then they brought Honorable Abraham Osei Edu. All this faced me, and I was there as the Northern Star.